Hello, welcome to a book obsession. I'm Ashley Gunn. I hope you guys all had amazing weekends. So, as you guys know, I did a review on Cinder, and I took the opportunity while I was on vacation to read the entire Lunar Chronicles. So, hopefully what my intention is that I'm still going to do them each individually because that's what I told you I would do. But that I'll probably be adding them like bonus videos, not just on schedule, so that we could get through this series faster and move on to some of the other amazing series that I've started recently. So this video itself is going to be on Scarlet, which is the second book of the Lunar Chronicles series. It's Red Riding Hood, and I gotta tell you, I didn't know how Marissa Meyer was gonna do the whole big bad wolf thing. It's really clever. I really thought it was amazing. I do want to make one quick little adjustment. So I'm not sure if I just thought this or said this in the video, and so I wanted to make sure that it was clear. This is a clean series, so there's no sex scenes and there's no cuss words, but since I finished the whole series now, I do realize that it is going to get quite gruesome. And so I just say that because it'll probably change the age at which you want to let your children read this book or this series. So, though I do think this is a really good series, and I do think that at some point I will let my daughter read the series, there's just some things like the way that she is so descriptive when they're at war, and so people are getting ripped up and stuff. It's just, you know, it's one of those things that, I mean, between that and then there's a plague and the way she describes when the plague takes people and things like that. I personally think it changes the age at which you let your children read this series. That's it. It's still an entire clean series through all of the books that I read. So, Scarlet, Red Riding Hood, and the idea is that you have Scarlet. They keep the whole idea of the red cape and everything with a sweater that she loves and pretty much wears all the time, and then her hair is beautiful and red, so you definitely get that feel. Her grandmother went missing. She believes that her grandmother was kidnapped. The government believes that her grandmother either took her own life or there was an accident, but doesn't believe that there was like foul play in it. And so basically what happens is Scarlet sets off on a mission to find her grandmother. And while she's doing that, she comes across this fighter. His name is Wolf. That's really her introduction to these soldiers. Through the book, you're going to find out that the Queen of the Moon, in the book it's mainly called Luna, so the Queen of Luna, she has these soldiers that she's genetically engineered to have a lot of wolf traits. So they have sharp canine teeth, they have that pack mentality, they're very aggressive, where they have an alpha, those types of things. And this soldier that she runs into that ends up helping her find her grandmother is going to be one of those soldiers. And so it's going to be like she's taking this trip with the wolves. And you definitely get that sense of wolves and Red Riding Hood. And I mean, the way that Marissa pulls all of the characters from those fairy tales into her little world is amazing. The idea here is, like I said, that she's going to be on a mission to find her grandmother, and as she goes on to find her grandmother, I think the very same thing happens with Cinder, where as she goes to try and solve the initial problem, then she starts figuring out things that she never knew about her life, and she never knew about who she was or the situation and how dire I think the Earth situation is. And so it's a really great book. In Scarlet is where you're really going to start realizing how brilliant Marissa is. She starts dropping hints at characters for further books. It's really amazing because you don't even realize it's happening, and then when you get to the next book, and I say that because it starts in Scarlet. In Scarlet, she's going to start dropping little hints, and you're going to start hearing little stories or little wise tales and that type of stuff, and then you're going to get to the next book and realize, or even 2 books later, and realize that she's been setting this up. I mean, it really is amazing. She's just a brilliant author. Anyways, that's really all I have to say about Scarlet. So I'm going to end this with just saying, if you like my videos, like it. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section. I do try to get back to those as soon as possible. And then if you want my videos every week, then subscribe. So after this video, I will be hopefully adding Cress immediately, and then Winter shortly after that. Winter, I am going to add a bonus book as well because I read that bonus book, so why not include it? Alright, I will see you all again soon. Thank you for joining me.